Hi, my name is Jessica Lenz, and I chose to do my project on Suzy Shier, which is a really popular women's clothing store here in Canada. Suzy Shier was originally founded by Irwin Shier in 1966. I would show you a picture, but unfortunately digital cameras weren't created until 1975, so I can't do that. Its founding was actually a bit of a fluke, because at the time, Irwin was looking to open a junior department store. However, when he finally did find a desirable location, it was a women's clothing store in Sherbrooke, Quebec. Not to be deterred by something as small as that, he decided to open a trendy, affordable women's clothing store, rather than his original idea, and he named it Suzy Shier. Irwin handed over the management of Suzy Shier to his sons-in-law, Irving and Stephen, and they were the ones who led the company to success, as Irwin died 2 years later in 1968. Irving and Stephen managed the company until 2001, when they decided that their La Senza branch would prove more profitable. They sold Suzy Shier to YM Incorporated, which already owned similar stores like Blue Notes, Sirens, Siblings, Stitches, and Urban Planet. Probably one of the most interesting events in Suzy Shier's history occurred just before this sale, when the company was accused of the practice of double tagging. Double tagging occurs when a company sells products at a sale price without ever having it on the shelf at a different price. While they never admitted guilt, the company paid a $1 million fine so as not to deter prospective buyers with a court case hanging over their heads. This leads us rather nicely to a discussion about Suzy Shier's pricing objectives. But before we get into that, I'll need to tell you a bit about Suzy Shier's product. Suzy Shier sells business clothing and accessories directed primarily to the female Generation Y demographic. Their target customer is employed in business, is of lower to middle class, and is of the tendency to attempt to look her best, even if she's just spending the day hanging around the house. Having this particular target market leads to a rather complicated external environment for the business. Suzy Shier faces many competitors, such as Ricky's, Dynamite, and larger department stores like Sears. As a company striving to provide affordable clothing, they are greatly affected by economic conditions. And as they also label themselves as trendy, the company is also affected by the ever-changing fashions of our time. All of these factors are built into Suzy's marketing techniques, including their pricing objectives. It is of my belief that the company uses a sales-oriented pricing objective based on market share. With such a competitive market, sales maximization is about the only way for the company to stay alive. Suzy Shier's pricing strategy differs greatly from its closest competitors. Where brand name retailers like Dynamite use high prices and balance it with the perceived value of their clothing, Suzy Shier strives to be as affordable as possible, by offering huge discounts and constantly advertising sales and full store % off coupons. These pricing tactics are very effective in current economic times, and Suzy Shier has many techniques that it uses to attract more customers. Its Prestige customer loyalty card comes with an immediate 10% discount and a booklet of in-store coupons that can be used throughout the year. Every store is outfitted with a sales rack that is never empty. Emails are sent out to Prestige members weekly to let them know about sales and promotions. And instead of using Prestige pricing that helps promote a high-quality image, as Dynamite does, Suzy Shier produces lower quality, yet stylish business attire at reasonable prices. By marketing themselves as an affordable store, Suzy Shier is able to attract many lower and middle-class women, while still offering a sense of prestigiousness to appease the female vanity. However, given the former court case on double tagging, it is evident that sometimes Suzy Shier goes too far in its attempt to market itself as affordable. And this brings us to the recommendations section of my video. Hopefully, under the new ownership of YM Incorporated, Suzy Shier will be able to win back the loyalty of the customers it lost due to the double tagging incident. But there are several other issues that the company could address. The first issue revolves around Suzy Shier's slogan, or rather, its lack of one. While most of the company's competitors have little catchphrases to go with their name, Suzy Shier does not. Ricky's tells the world it sells fashion that works. Dynamite wants to dress every woman like a celebrity. A similar store called Reitman's says it's designed for real life. Suzy Shier has nothing of the kind, and I think it would be more memorable to customers if it did. The second issue has to do with quality. While quality and price go hand in hand, and while affordability might mean low quality in many people's minds, there is a point when this goes too far. Of the 42 Suzy Shier items I own, only 3 can be machine washed and dried, while the rest must be hand washed or hung to dry, or both. As there are very few people who wish to spend much effort washing their clothing, I expect Suzy Shier would attract more customers if it upgraded to sturdier fabrics. The third and last issue relates to the Prestige membership cards. While these cards come with a booklet of coupons, most of these coupons cannot be combined with any other sale. Given that at most times during the year, over half of the store has some sort of sale on it, this proves annoying to some customers. It might prove beneficial if the company simply reduced the percentage discounts on the coupons and allowed them to be used with other sale items, since customers would be inclined to buy even more with the knowledge they will get a discount. And, in general, customer satisfaction greatly boosts profits. In conclusion, I feel that with these 3 changes implemented, Suzy Shier's marketing plan will be sound. As a company with a Facebook page with over 60,000 likes and over 1,300 Twitter followers, it is hardly unpopular within its target market. But as they say, there is always room for improvement, and if Suzy Shier wishes to fulfill its mission to be the undisputed leader in its marketplace, it will need to make some changes. And that's the end. Thank you for watching my marketing presentation.